Welcome back, Dish Hoops fam. We're deep into our top 10 NBA players of all time series, and if you've been riding with us from number 10 all the way to number 5, you know we've celebrated legends who redefined scoring, leadership, and sheer dominance. In today's episode, we're diving into the number 4 spot, a figure whose name is synonymous with winning, leadership, and redefining what it means to be a champion. This isn't just about stats or flashy plays. It's about a legacy built on 11 NBA titles and a mindset that transformed basketball forever. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Let's get started. Early life and college dominance. Let's rewind to the 1930s. Born in Monroe, Louisiana, during the heart of segregation, Bill Russell's journey to NBA immortality began with adversity. His family moved to Oakland, California, when he was 8, seeking better opportunities away from the racial tensions of the South. Basketball wasn't Russell's first love. In fact, he was cut from his junior high team and struggled to find his footing in high school. Coaches labeled him uncoordinated and too focused on defense, a criticism that today sounds almost laughable. Everything changed at the University of San Francisco. Under coach Phil Woolpert, Russell became the cornerstone of a team that prioritized defense and rebounding over flashy offense. This was the 1950s, an era where big men were expected to camp near the basket, but Russell's agility and anticipation let him patrol the entire court. He led the USF Dons to back-to-back NCAA championships in 1955 and 1956, stringing together a 55-game winning streak that stood as a college record for years. Teammates marveled at his ability to block shots and ignite fast breaks with pinpoint outlet passes, a skill that would later define the Boston Celtics dynasty. Russell's dominance wasn't confined to college. In 1956, he captained the U.S. Olympic basketball team to a gold medal in Melbourne, Australia, cementing his reputation as a winner before he even stepped onto an NBA court. This trifecta, an NCAA title, Olympic gold, and eventual NBA glory, made him one of the most decorated athletes in sports history, a feat only a handful have matched. NBA dynasty, the Celtics era. The Boston Celtics were a solid team in the 1950s, but they lacked the defensive anchor to dominate the league. That changed in 1956 when coach Red Auerbach orchestrated a trade that sent fan favorite Ed Macauley to the St. Louis Hawks for the draft rights to Russell. Critics called it a gamble, but Auerbach saw what others missed: Russell's unmatched ability to control the game without scoring a point. The impact was immediate. In Russell's rookie season, the Celtics won their first NBA championship, defeating the Hawks in a thrilling 7-game series. From there, the floodgates opened. Over the next 13 seasons, Boston captured 11 titles, including an unprecedented 8 straight championships from 1959 to 1966. To put that into perspective, the Chicago Bulls' 1990s three-peat or the Golden State Warriors' recent runs pale in comparison. Russell's Celtics didn't just win, they demolished the competition, turning the NBA into a one-team league for nearly a decade. Central to this era was Russell's rivalry with Wilt Chamberlain, the most physically dominant player of the time. While Chamberlain racked up eye-popping stats, 100-point games, 50-point seasons, Russell focused on shutting him down. In their 8 playoff meetings, Russell's Celtics won 7, often by neutralizing Chamberlain in critical moments. After one loss, Chamberlain famously said, "Russell doesn't play the game, he dissects it." But Russell's influence went beyond defense. In 1966, he made history by becoming the NBA's first black head coach, taking over the Celtics while still starring as their starting center. Skeptics doubted he could handle both roles, but Russell silenced them by leading Boston to titles in 1968 and 1969. Imagine LeBron James coaching the Lakers to a championship while averaging a triple-double. That's the magnitude of Russell's achievement. By the numbers, stats that defy logic, numbers alone can't capture Bill Russell's impact, but they paint a staggering picture. Over his 13-year career, he averaged 15.1 points, 22.5 rebounds, and 4.3 assists per game. The rebounds alone are mind-blowing, 22.5 per game in an era where teams average fewer possessions and shots. Russell's playoff numbers are even more absurd. In 165 postseason games, he averaged 16.2 points and 24.9 rebounds, including a 1962 finals performance where he dropped 22.9 points and 27 rebounds per game on an injured foot. But his true brilliance lay in moments stats can't quantify. Blocks weren't officially recorded during his career, but teammates and opponents estimated he averaged 8 to 10 per game, often redirect shots to start fast breaks. His basketball IQ was so advanced that he'd often yell, Shot as an opponent released the ball, psyching them into misses. Legacy, more than rings. Bill Russell's legacy stretches far beyond basketball. At the height of his career, he became a vocal advocate for civil rights, marching with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in 1963 and supporting Muhammad Ali's refusal to enlist in the Vietnam War. When racists vandalized his Boston home in 1966, he responded not with anger, but resolve, hosting an integrated basketball camp in Mississippi and continuing to speak out against injustice. The NBA honored this legacy in 2009 by renaming the Finals MVP trophy after him, but Russell's influence permeates today's game. Modern big men like Draymond Green and Bam Adebayo credit him for proving defense can be a cornerstone of championship teams. Coaches like Steve Kerr study his player-coach tenure for insights on managing egos and fostering teamwork. Even LeBron James, whose activism echoes Russell's, has called him the ultimate competitor and leader. Why number 4? Now some of you might be thinking, 11 rings? How is this man not number 1? One question mark. It's a fair question, and the answer lies in how we balance eras, skills, and impact. First, context matters. Russell played in a smaller league, just 8 to 14 teams during his career, which critics argue diluted the competition. But consider this, he faced Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, and Elgin Baylor in nearly every playoff run, yet still came out on top. Beating those legends year after year is like Steph Curry outdueling Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Giannis Antetokounmpo in consecutive finals. Second, the evolution of the game. Modern centers like Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid blend scoring and playmaking, but Russell's defense remains the gold standard. In today's switch-heavy NBA, his ability to guard all 5 positions would make him a defensive cheat code. Imagine a 6'10" version of Draymond Green with better shot blocking and rebounding. That's Russell in 2024. Finally, cultural impact. While Russell paved the way for athlete activism, players like Michael Jordan and LeBron James expanded basketball's global reach. Our list weighs not just on-court prowess, but how each player moved the sport forward. At number 4, Russell stands as the bridge between basketball's past and future, a reminder that winning isn't about stats, but sacrifice. So, Dish Hoops Squad, where does Bill Russell rank in your all-time list? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's debate. And don't forget, we've still got 3 spots left in our countdown. Next week, we're tackling number 3. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who thinks defense is boring. Thanks for rocking with us. We'll see you next time for another chapter in basketball history. Keep hooping, keep dreaming, and stay hungry.
Get ready!